Happy birthday, Chloe.
Oh, here's your new babies. So cute.
Today, Chloe is gifted 3 puppies and a diamond ring in Calabasas. Rachel Hamel breaks down her date with the very distracted Casey on Temptation Island.
Waking up is a nightmare to me. My girlfriend's cheated on me, and there's still no one here that I would have pursued any further.
And Charmaine and Ryan are here to tell us all about the emotional new season of Black Ink Crew Chicago.
It's over with.
I could have bowed out of this game crying because they took away my seat at the table.
This is your reality check.
It's nice to have something to watch.
Happy Monday, y'all. Welcome to the show. I'm Darren Karp, and with me is People.com reality expert and best friend of the show, Dave Quinn.
Hi.
How are you, Dave?
I'm great. How was your Thanksgiving?
It was delicious and glorious. How was yours?
The best there was.
Really?
I'm so upset that I'm here right now because I want to be back at that table eating all those leftovers.
Well, okay. Well, I'll bring you leftovers tomorrow.
right,
I didn't
thank you,
realize it was
thank
such
you.
disappointing. All right. Well, Dave, you know how we start the show. It's time for our top 5. At number 5, there's nothing like getting roasted by your offspring on television, and Rob Lowe knows all about it. In a sneak peek at his appearance on the Ellen DeGeneres show on Monday, Rob sits down to catch up with Ellen, all while his son John Owen is backstage commenting on the interview in an effort to troll his dad. I'm for this. I feel like social media should be used to troll our parents more and more and more.
Yeah, of course. If I had a famous father, I would be trolling him up and round, up and left and right and down and back again. I don't know. I would just always be making fun of him. I'm glad that.
Yes.
I like this little relationship. They're pretty fun together.
If, Ben was older, I could see him trolling Andy very, very hard, and I am standing for it.
I'm ready for it when he's ready for
Yeah.
it. You know what I mean?
We will support
we'll
him.
all be there for that.
Absolutely. At number 4, Danica Patrick is still feeling thankful in the days after Thanksgiving as she celebrates boyfriend Aaron Rodgers' birthday. The Green Bay Packers quarterback turned 36 on Monday, and his girlfriend celebrated the special day with a tribute post on her Instagram with the caption, "Happy birthday to my best friend and favorite person in the world." Aaron and Danica, who met at the 2012 ESPY Awards, confirmed their relationship in January of last year. During an interview on Jenny McCarthy's Sirius XM radio show last month, the retired NASCAR driver raved about her relationship with NFL star, calling it fantastic. What a dream couple.
I know. These two are hot, hot, hot.
They're going to make cute babies. They're going to be like the best athletes. Like, I wonder who's a better driver between the two of them.
Ooh, I mean, you have to give that to Danica. That's
Yeah,
her
but I feel like
job.
she's more dangerous, but like who's following the road? Like who's like going 60?
I'm sticking with her. I'm not betting against Danica Patrick.
I would not
That's
bet
for
against
That's for
Danica, you're right.
But it's fun to see these two, all-star athletes
Yeah.
coming together in some romance. I ship any
You ship it.
I ship any all-star couple pairing.
Me too, especially ones that look so like flirty and fun like this. All right, at number 3. Khloe Kardashian doesn't want to give Tristan Thompson any false hope. On Sunday's episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, the NBA star confesses his love for his baby mother during a phone call. While saying goodnight to their 1-year-old daughter, True, over FaceTime, Tristan ended the call by saying, "All right, love you," which prompted Khloe to respond quite awkwardly with, "Bye, thank you." The most awkward ever. Even with my girlfriend, who I know loves me, says that, I'm like, she's mad at me.
Oh my gosh, that would
Right? Like,
if you said
bye.
thank you, I would have been like, ooh, we're breaking up, I guess.
Yeah, right.
But in this case, they've been on such rocky roads
Yeah.
for the best. I appreciate that Khloe is just being really honest about her feelings in this moment and not leading him on in a way that perhaps would convince him that they were maybe more than she wants them to be right now.
Yeah, and it's a good example for True, I think. Listen, she's not going to say it until she at least feels fully back into it, if she ever gets there.
Yeah, but you also have to recognize that saying I love you at the end of a phone call can sometimes be habitual. Like the
Definitely.
time in high school that you told your teacher you loved her.
Yeah, or I called her mom.
accidentally.
Yeah, right. It's habitual.
It's just sometimes you
Although-
make that mistake.
It's fun to read into those
Oh, I
things.
know. It is really fun. Thank God. It gives us a job.
Exactly. At number 2. In more Kardashian news, the Kar-Jenners are adding yet another show to their resume. Quibi announced Monday that Kendall and Chris are executive producing a series titled Kirby Jenner for the streaming network. The show will chronicle the daily life of Kirby Jenner, the fraternal twin brother of Kendall, who runs a popular parody account. Kirby has amassed his 1.2 million followers by expertly photoshopping himself into the family's photos and videos over the years. According to the show's logline, the unsung hero of the Kardashian-Jenner family, Kirby is ready to step in front of the camera for the first time with the full support of his mother and manager, Kris Jenner. Are you tuning into this?
Well, I'm a follower on Instagram, and I have to say, he's hilarious. These photos make it look like he's been there all the time.
He is expertly woven in, I
know.
will say.
His attention to detail is out of control. He really thinks through every little thing, and I mean, creates scenarios that I think work perfectly well. So I'm excited to see kind of what this show will be. You know, is it going to be like uncut episodes of the Kardashians where he's just like in the background?
Yeah, like how much drama is he going to add to it? I mean, once he sells his business for $600 million, then it doesn't matter.
Well,
and we'll put him up there too.
But the thing about Quibi is that it's all supposed to be like really short shows.
Quick bites.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
So we're not going to, I will definitely be tuning in because I won't have to invest a lot. It's not like I'm getting a 12 episode season.
Sitting there for 12 hours.
Exactly.
It'll be a good digestible thing in the morning.
It'll be super fun. I'm excited for him.
And finally, at number 1, Porsha Williams is officially engaged again. During an appearance on Sunday's Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen, the Real Housewives of Atlanta star announced that she and Dennis McKinley are re-engaged. The couple's happy news comes after they went their separate ways earlier this year when Porsha discovered Dennis had cheated on her while she was pregnant with their only child, Pilar. Dave, you actually broke this story, so break this down. She also mentioned she has the same ring. Should she have gotten a new ring?
No, I think that she deserves to get that same ring back.
Okay.
I mean, it was kind of weird because she had said on Real Housewives of Atlanta that he had asked for the ring back.
Right.
She gave the
and everyone was
ring
like,
back.
absolutely not. Why would you ask for it back?
That's so shady and weird. After all, he was the one who cheated on her. It's not like she cheated on him. So he gave the same ring back. I think, you know, it's a beautiful ring. You're not going to let that go to waste. But I would give her that ring and then a little bit more.
Do you think that he asked for it back in order because he knew he was going to repropose again?
No, I think that he asked for it back because he was probably angry and wanted to leave her and had a fragile male ego. That's what I think.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, that's not heavy at all. Okay, fragile male ego. Never heard of that.
Yes. No, I mean, it really seemed like he was pretty upset when she came at him, how frustrated she was that he had cheated on her while she was pregnant with PJ. Which is so inappropriate, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's like the worst time, arguably.
The thing that's interesting about this is that she told Andy last night on Watch What Happens Live that she's not necessarily, that they're still working on rebuilding that trust. She hasn't officially, like, forgiven him.
But enough to get engaged.
Enough to get re-engaged, and she said that they want to get married next year. They haven't picked a date yet, but they said it will be next year.
In your expert opinion, and because, you know these women very well, what makes this time around maybe different from the first? And do you think that Dennis is sort of changed or rehabilitated or whatever, moniker we want to put on it?
Well, we still have a long ways to go in watching the rehabilitation of Dennis on the show, but Porsha really seems to say a lot in real life, and she said this at BravoCon as well, that she's kind of glad that they went through that tough time, that they've like made their relationship stronger because of it.
That can happen.
And that really, sometimes when you go through things like this can be the case there. I just want to see Porsha happy. We saw her first season on the show. She was in a bad marriage. She got out of that marriage. I hope that this goes well for the two of them.
Because Pilar is so cute.
Pilar is so cute, and Porsha's so great and funny and positive, and I want her to be in that space. She definitely didn't deserve Dennis to do that to her. Yeah,
well, hopefully second time around is the charm we all need.
Yeah, I am rooting for Porsha Williams always.
Always and forever. She's definitely the funniest. We have to go to break. When we come back, we'll be talking Temptation Island with Rachel Hamel. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back. Joining me is Temptation Island's Rachel Hamel. Hey, girl, how are you? Good to see you again. You match our set perfectly today.
Yeah.
So since you were last here, your buddy Casey has been very torn up after his video message from his pre-show girlfriend, Ashley. And for the rest of the episode, he seems to be sulking. Let's watch.
I would throw up from having sex with any girl here. I wouldn't feel it, and it would feel wrong to me because I don't want it. It would disgust me. Rachel and Peyton, I think they're both awesome. But romantically, it's not there for me.
I mean, how did it make you feel to hear this? A little harsh from him, huh?
Love to hear
right?
someone would throw up for having sex with me. But, he was sick in love, and I guess
Literally.
it kind of would disgust him.
Yeah. Were you pissed when you heard that? said?
I think that I was just a little butthurt, I think. But
Yeah.
no one wants to hear that of themselves, but it wasn't the right time.
Fair enough. Well, he did end up choosing you for a date over Peyton. Is it weird to be essentially dating someone who is hung up on someone else?
Yes, for sure. But you know,
Right.
dating in New York is kind of, you never know. You could be doing the same thing.
Temptation
Not on
Island
TV.
is Manhattan, is what you're saying? Yes.
Manhattan, the island of temptation.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
In the confessional, he says he chose you over Peyton because you do not cause any drama. How did you take this? Because it sort of feels like a backhanded compliment from where I'm sitting. Or maybe it's just an insult.
I don't really think it was an insult.
Okay.
I think Casey and I's relationship was very natural. It was never forced. I never kind of stuck myself out there and was like, you have to pick me because you like me. And I think that it was an easy decision for him. I think he was kind of not in the right headspace to kind of deal with Peyton at the time.
Right.
So for me, it was just an easy decision.
Do you think Peyton causes more drama than you?
Yes, 100%.
Yeah. Well, during the fireworks, Casey was still sulking. He continues. Let's watch.
My heart the entire time is with Ashley, and I feel a part of this group, but I still feel isolated because I feel like my heart is elsewhere. I can only imagine she's watching the same fireworks, possibly with another man. My relationship could be gone because of me.
I mean, he is on Sulk Island, but on the other hand, Ashley was having the best time. Let's watch.
I'm feeling pretty amazing right now. I think Ben and I had the best date that we've had so far. Ben definitely does give me butterflies. Kind of like magical in a way. It was a more romantic setting, so I think that we were able to connect on a deeper level.
I mean, fireworks abound. Do you think it's Casey's fault that Ashley is pursuing another man?
I don't think so. I think he blames himself for just bringing her to the island, and that's why he is blaming himself. I don't really think that his actions really forced her to jump on anyone else.
Is his sulking and brooding make him more attractive to you?
Definitely not.
You never know. You never know.
No, I think that Casey kind of ended up kind of spiraling, and that's kind of why we got this kind of alarming personality coming out of that. He was just kind of spiraling out of control, just thinking, oh my gosh, what can I do to get her back? I brought her here. I need to take this back. How am I going to fix things?
Gosh, well, do you blame Ashley for sort of having a good time on her side of Temptation Island?
No, because I've been in her shoes before when you've kind of like moved on before officially breaking things off, just because it's tough to do. Breaking up, no one wants to do that. But I did feel bad for Casey. It was having to go through that in general.
It was like a little bit of slap in the face. I mean, it was great TV, but a little slap in the face. In the final bonfire, Casey breaks down after seeing Ashley making out with Ben. And then Mark L. Wahlberg tells Casey this. Let's watch.
The next time I see you, you're going to see her again. You'll have an opportunity to show your growth.
How do we show that to her from talking to her?
Well, there's a very good question.
That is a very good question. Did you help Casey prepare for his reunion with Ashley, and what was that like?
Yes, he kind of relied a lot on me, just being his closest girlfriend in the house. Sure. Just like, hey, if you were in her shoes, what would you want? You've been in her shoes. What did you want from me? Like, I've gotten letters from ex-boyfriends and just kind of laughed at them. And I really didn't want Ashley to just laugh at Casey's face. You know, who wants that? He's going to humiliate himself.
He'd be sulking for another episode. We wouldn't want that.
Yeah.
Well, I hear you go on another date on this week's episode. What can you tell me about that?
Well, next week is the overnight date. So that's kind of like the fantasy suite, but, they only get to go in with one girl.
Right, exactly.
It's definitely a non-conventional date that Casey and I go on. I wouldn't really call it one.
Oh, you wouldn't call it a date?
No.
It's just like an awkward, friend hey?
You'll have to watch and see.
Well, I also hear that Casey did not attend the reunion. What can you tell me about that?
I mean, based on the final bonfire, it's very emotional, and I really don't think he was in the right headspace to come back and face and do all the confrontation that he really needed to.
Right, his mental health mattered a little
yeah.
bit there. Are you guys still friends after Temptation Island?
Casey is very much involved in my life still.
I love that. That is great. Well, speaking of after Temptation Island, your lower third says you're a swimwear designer. Are you still designing?
Yes, I have to go back to work any minute now.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
So I work for a vendor of Target. So.
Oh, very. Did you wear any of your design suits on the show?
This is a newer job. So
very cool.
From what you see, what I wear on the show is actually from one of my previous jobs. So.
Wow. Well, you're getting an entire chronological order here. I love it.
Check out my LinkedIn.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Well, Rachel, thank you so much for joining us again. Watch Temptation Island Thursday nights at 10, 9 Central on USA. We're going to go take a quick break, and on the other side, we're chatting with Ryan Henry and Charmaine Walker of Black Ink Crew Chicago. Stay tuned.
Started a tattoo shop called Second City Ink.
You know about some tattoos. There ain't gonna be no cakewalk.
I don't like cake anyway.
Welcome back to the show. I'm getting ink today. I'm now joined by Charmaine Walker and Ryan Henry of Black Ink Crew Chicago. It's great to have you guys.
Yes, you too.
How are you? How many tattoos do you have apiece?
I haven't counted mine, but I got some pretty dope ones.
Oh, wow.
All by artists at the old Nine Mag. But Ryan's artist definitely hooked me up.
Ryan looks a little bit more covered.
Yeah, I got about probably like 30-something.
Damn. I gotta get one. Well, Charmaine, this has been a huge year for you. You got engaged.
Yes.
You're a business owner. And then last night you announced that you're a mommy to be.
No, it's like, totally there.
Yeah, it's totally there. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Tell us about you and your fiance, Neek, and how you're handling all of this.
So my fiance, Neek, is no longer my fiance.
Okay.
We didn't break up. We actually got legally married.
Congratulations. That's awesome. How did it happen? Why quit? What's going on?
We decided that we just wanted to be together. Yeah. Oh my God. It was just kind of like we're already engaged, so we're obviously going to get married. Why wait? Obviously the cameras play a big part in our life, so we just wanted to do something for us.
That's a Nine Mag shirt you got on.
That is a Nine Mag shirt that I have on.
Yeah, right. He's got his eyes open. He knows what's up.
Look at that.
Well, congratulations. Was it nice to finally make it official?
Oh, it was so great.
Do you feel different now?
I feel like a wife.
Okay, that's a good thing, I'm assuming.
And now I feel like a mom, so yeah.
It's a lot for you.
Definitely.
How far along are you right now?
So it depends on what website you go to. I'm 25 weeks pregnant, so that could be 5.5 months or 6.5 months. I haven't figured it out.
We'll go with 5.5 months. I feel like that math. When is your due date?
March 12th.
March 12th.
Pisces baby.
All right. That is, I love that. How was it to hear the news, Ryan?
You know what? I was kind of waiting on it. You
like she getting thick.
Yeah, I mean, I knew that it was gonna happen. They was gonna shoot that club up anytime soon. So, I kind of knew it was coming, so I wasn't surprised. I knew how they felt about each other. I knew how their relationship was going, and I knew how her family wanted a baby. So, it wasn't no surprise to me.
Are you giving her or Neek any advice on being a parent?
For sure.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, along the lines of our friendships and how up and down it's been, I still always had a good relationship with Neek. So, me being a father for so long, I'm always willing to give him insight on what's coming, what's new, and what's going to be happening, so.
What was the first piece of advice you gave?
Get ready for no sleep.
Yeah, that's always it, right?
I'm excited for no sleep.
Said no one ever. Yeah. You say that now. You'll come back on March 13th, and we'll see what you think. Well, Ryan, your son Mason, he's huge and so big and so cute, and just celebrated a birthday a few months ago. How's he doing?
He's doing good. It's just
so big.
Like I said, that's my baby now. He's grown, so
Yeah, he's not a baby no more, right?
Yeah. It feels like they got to go through the growing pains of, you spend the first 4 years trying to get them to sleep in their own bed, and then now I've got like a few more years before he'll never want to sleep in my bed again, so now he can sleep all he wants to in my bed.
That's right. You got to enjoy it right now, I think. Well, in addition to all this happiness, sadly, Charmaine, you also had a pretty hard tragedy this year. Let's watch.
I want to get butterfly matching tattoos.
Remember, mommy is always here.
When something so devastating happens in your life, it changes everything. I ought to know.
The sun is always there to shine. The clouds don't.
It's particularly hard. I'm sure that was tough going through all the cameras. My condolences to you and your family, of course. How has your former 9 Mag and new, Second City family supported you through all the hard times?
Ryan has been like everything that I've needed at times outside of my husband and my family. My mom played a big part in bringing Ryan and I back together when we were kind of like feuding.
Right.
So my mom and Ryan actually had their own type of relationship, and
they were separately close.
Separately close,
yeah.
yeah. So Ryan being there for me, and then he's gone through like a lot of things in his life as well, like losing his sister and the way that had happened. So he's definitely, the words of encouragement that he's given me was needed. And then my Second City Inc. family, my new tattoo family, they have, obviously been there for me as well. So just to have these people around and supporting me through this time, it's definitely the worst thing I could ever go through in my life, but it does feel good to have like real friends around that genuinely, want to be there for you.
Have you gotten an outpouring of support from fans as well? I'm assuming it's been a good community for you.
Definitely. Sometimes it's crazy because I still haven't like responded to people's like text messages yet because it's just really tough. Sometimes you look to social media just to almost like a journal to like say how you feel. So I definitely appreciate all the support. A lot of people have gone through this or they're scared to go through it. Like we all know it's gonna happen to all of us at some point.
Yeah.
So, it feels good for people to like let me know that they're praying for me and stuff.
Well, you're a good role model and a future great mom. I'm sure your mom is very proud of you and all of your accomplishments, specifically being a Black female business owner, which is incredible and amazing. Let's talk about Second City. What's been the biggest challenge in having your own tattoo shop now?
The biggest challenge is definitely working with Ryan and knowing what...
He's snickering, I wonder,
Well, because he knows that I have more challenges to come,
Yes.
He knows what he's been through. And I think that's the biggest challenge, working with him in the past and seeing everything that's happened to him, and now me trying to navigate this new team and trying not to go down the same road that he didn't want to go down, when he went through it. That's pretty much the biggest challenge because some things are like inevitable. Trying to not have the fights and the arguments and all of those things go down in the shop and, all the ratchet stuff, but you can't control people either.
You can only prevent so much.
Yeah, so really it's just, I take it day by day, to be honest.
It's good prepping for you to be a mom.
Yeah.
Throwing down that hammer, right?
Yeah, definitely, being a boss.
Yeah, right, exactly. Well, Ryan, you seemed a bit wary about Charmaine opening up a shop. Do you still feel that way? No,
I feel like I said, I spoke my piece to her about it, the fact that, it's not going to be easy, and the fact that, in this industry, it's not looked upon with a smile that someone who doesn't tattoo owns a tattoo shop. And it's just the traditions of the industry because we hold the traditions and the histories of it, very close to heart with the respects of the industry. So I had to let her know that. But I feel like, she took the right steps of bringing in somebody who's an artist, allowing for them to bring their artist feel to the shop, It's gonna clash. I told her that.
Right.
It might not always work out, and she knows that, but I figured that, she's strong enough to go through that journey by herself without, my lead anymore. She can always reach back to me and,
You still, my mentor.
Yeah, still got a lifeline. Charmaine, what do you think is the best piece of advice that Ryan has sort of given you throughout this whole process?
The best piece of advice would definitely be,
watch out.
Watch out. Yeah, watch out. And like, you think you know these people, but you don't.
You need to get that on your back.
Yeah.
Watch out tattoo.
Watch out.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, he's just been through so much with us. And, any advice that Ryan would have to give me about running a shop, like, 9 Mag is a legacy in Chicago.
Right.
So any advice he would ever give me, would be great advice. And he definitely just let me know. And I've seen it from my own eyes. Like, the people that he started 9 Mag with, like, pretty much are no longer there, really. He has his own new team. There's some people that are still there, but that core group of people, that's not there no more.
Right.
So, you just never know what's gonna happen.
Well, listen, we have to take a quick break, but more with Ryan and Charmaine when we return.
partner who embodies all of that and who is hands down the best artist I've ever known.
My name's Jess. I'm from London. Being here is proper exciting. Chicago is a whole nother vibe. I feel super inspired.
Proper expired.
Wow, well, welcome back. I'm still here with Charmaine and Ryan from Black Ink Crew Chicago. All right, guys, let's talk about that season 6 trailer. Introducing your business partner, Jess.
Yes.
More than just an accent. Tell us about her.
Jess is super cool. She's from London.
Yeah.
Her artwork is so dope. What I really like about Jess is that she has this like cool swag that I've never really seen before, just because she's from like a different place.
Right.
So she brings that over to America, and she's very blunt. And I can be kind of passive aggressive sometimes, so that's why it was important for me to bring Jess in as my business partner, because it was just like, you know, I need help operating this business and managing it, and I can kind of beat around the bush and try to be nice, where Jess is like...
You're good cop, she's bad cop.
Yeah, good cop, bad cop. So that's, I mean, obviously she's an amazing artist, but that's what I really need her for,
Right.
to like, you know, lay down the law.
When you're looking at a tattoo artist, do you go for the variety of tattoos that they can do, that they do well, or are you looking at their attention to detail?
Definitely, I would think variety and attention to detail. Like,
Right.
you know, you want them to be able to be versatile, but at the same time, they need to have that attention to detail. That's very important, because if a client comes and says, hey, you know, this is what I want, you can't say, well, I only specialize in this type of tattoo.
Right.
You need to be open to other, you know, specialties, but at the same time, you need to be able to look at that and say, okay, let me make sure I get all the details in this tattoo that you know, that would really bring it to life. So.
I never heard you speak so much about tattoos.
You know, I know.
Wow, right. Well, what do you think about that? Do you think she's right? Did you train her well?
It's impressive.
Yeah. Oh, you're impressed. Wow. Okay. So you would agree with what she said?
Absolutely. It just, you know, you sound like a newbie that knows what's going on. I've never heard you speak that much about tattoos.
I've learned what I know
Right.
from working with Ryan at 9 Mag. So
He's a good teacher.
Yeah, like it's not like I just figured this out. You know, I've been around Ryan and his crew for years now.
Right.
So
You absorb something here and
I've
there.
absorbed more than just the liquor.
Yeah. Well, in a sneak peek on VH1.com, Ryan, you were very vocal about non-tattoo artists opening shops. What do you think artists bring to running a shop that is so important?
Like I said, there's a feel of, you know, our business outside of just the skill is an intimate interaction with the client, you know, and we meet new clients every day. So that level of intimately caring of customer service, you know what I mean, means that much to the industry. You know what I mean? You have to be dedicated to pleasing the client. You have to be dedicated to your craft. You have to be dedicated to executing each and every piece, no matter what. And someone who looks at it just from a monetary business gain is not going to understand it. You know what I mean? So it's a different feel coming from being in the industry and being in it and on the ground, intimate with clients every day, as opposed to somebody standing at the top who is just trying to put things in order to collect money.
I can respect it, you know.
You can respect it. Yeah, you don't have to agree with it, but you can respect it. All right, let's talk about the new 9 Mag, Ryan. You let go of a lot of people last season. What are some of the things you're not tolerating with the new crew?
Yeah, I mean, I felt like, you know, it's been a long time coming to be able to create a system of business that I wanted to happen. And like I said, I mean, Charmaine can attest to me working with people before. You know what I mean? I allowed for thinking that I was working with friends or, you know, working in a friend mindset as opposed to working in a business mindset. Things will be based off of a bad foundation, and I had to rework that whole aspect because it didn't allow for business to continue.
Right.
So I took all of those things out of it, the friend part of it, you know, the leeway that I would give somebody because of a relationship outside of business. All of those things I got to take out because those leave open lanes for disrespect, it leaves open lanes for confusion, and none of that works for business.
Yeah,
So
you want to separate personal and business.
I had
Keep those
to do
lines
it,
separate.
you
Yeah.
know.
Well, all right. What can we expect from the season 6 of Black Ink Crew Chicago? Any drama between the two shops? Do I have to separate you two?
No, I mean, like I said, it's the craziest part about it is that, you know, we've had a relationship before.
Right.
I might not respect everything that goes on over there because I've been through it. I might not respect everything that, or everyone that she works with, you know what I mean? The same with her because we've had our discrepancies before, you know. What is evident is the fact that I respect her doing what she's doing, but she gonna hear how I really feel about it when it's time. This is based in my city. You know, I have laid down the groundwork for being an artist in Chicago, and, you know, it's certain rules and respects to that they would have to follow in order to survive there, so.
Definitely. And I feel like this season is our realest season.
Yeah.
Since even season one. Season one was super organic. This season, we're letting the cameras into our life in a whole different way. So you'll see, like, you know, Ryan interacting with his family and dealing with personal issues on a level that you've never seen him ever on television. And, you know, myself, I'm pregnant, married, my mom passing away, and, like, just me having to deal with those things.
Right.
You know, it's hard to film, but at the end of the day, I think we're always thinking about, you know, what we're putting out there and just wanting people to be able to relate and everything.
Yeah, you're not the only two going through it, absolutely,
right.
which is really nice. Well, actually, Ryan, your rumored relationship with Kitty has gotten everybody interested. Let's watch this from the new season.
It's just because they see us around each other. To be like, they in the fountain. I see them.
All right, so your rumored relationship with Miss Kitty has shaken up the Black Ink crew in New York City. Is there anything that you'd like to clear up right now, perhaps, for me?
I mean, it's the same as what it is. You know, they asked Kitty a million times what's going on with her and I, and we friends. You know, we've been friends for a while. I feel like it's a given that people, you know, will see two people who look like they could be together would actually be together. But, I mean, we just been friends, you know, and if they gon', you know, have riffraff about it and, you know, feel away about it, then, you know, I don't really care. You know what I mean? We know what it is, and, you know, I'm not here to explain it to nobody else. So,
Right.
you know, if they jumping off the deep end over there about it, so be it.
Do you have your eyes set on any other lovely lady or any chance?
No, not right now.
Charmaine?
Yeah, I'm just,
True, or?
I think
I don't know if I
that
can read 'em, you know?
I really think Ryan's focused on being like a great father,
Yeah.
and I think his family's always been his priority, but I feel like he's grown a lot. So I think that his family is his priority in like a whole different manner now, you know? So
He's a family man. He's a dad.
yeah, that's definitely the truth. He's not out here like messing with a whole bunch of girls or anything like that. I think that he's, you know, just trying to be like smart. I mean, he's a grown man, so he.
yeah, I mean, I'm just now getting into being used to not trying to be married.
Right.
You understand? So I was in a relationship mindset, whether it be good or bad, you know, this whole time of my life, and now to accept that that's not what it's going to be. My next step is working and continuing a business and providing for my family. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I can put my feelings on the back burner or that, but you know, I'm not out here dating nobody. You know, I don't have to. So.
Right, yeah. Well, if the right woman comes along,
If I'm open,
you're
know?
open to it.
You know, I just know what I like and what I don't like.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you like tats on girls?
Yeah, it don't matter.
Yeah, it don't matter. All right. Well, I do. That's all I'm just gonna say. All right, we're gonna take a quick break, but when we come back, we're gonna be playing a little game with these two. Don't go anywhere.
A whole lot has changed over the last year. My business, my brand. In order to grow the way that I wanted to, I had to cut a lot of people loose. But there's some people you can't get out of your life.
Oh man, I hope I don't get cut loose. Welcome back. I'm here with Ryan Henry and Charmaine Walker from Black Ink Crew Chicago. I think with the new season premiering Wednesday, I think it's only right for us to play a game I'm calling Cast on Blast.
Ooh.
All right, guys, so here's how it works. It's pretty straightforward. I'm going to name some of your castmates, and I want you to tell me something sweet and something salty about them, all right? But I do not hold back on that salty stuff. I want that salty tea, all right?
Okay.
All right, let's start with Ashley.
Ashley, I think she's a sweet girl. Does that count?
That counts.
Ashley's super sweet girl. Something salty.
That's my homie wife. I ain't finna say nothing salty.
She had to
about
go
her.
through a lot in the past, and she dealt with it better than I could.
That is another sweet thing. That's not, she's got to have one bad thing. Come on, you're so
No,
close to her.
Ashley's super cool. I can't think of anything bad.
Wow. All right.
I can't think of nothing bad. Now, if this would have been a couple seasons ago.
Then you would have had something
Yeah.
to say. Okay.
Right.
She got to let some stuff go. You know what I'm saying?
She holds on to too much.
Hold on to a lot.
She holds
She's
grudges.
been through a lot, though. So it's
Yeah.
not gonna
Been
work.
through a lot, but you know.
She holds on too much. What about Danielle?
Danielle, something sweet is she's my cousin, and she's such a sweetheart. Something salty.
That's a saint right there. She ain't
She's
got nothing.
super. She's super saint. But something salty, she'd be like, at the end of the day, all day though. At the end of the day.
Oh, she says it too
Oh
much.
gosh, all day. At the end of the day.
You're like, it's 9 a.m. You're like, what are you doing?
So that's all I got for Danielle.
Okay, it's like, do you agree with this, Ryan?
I mean, like I
Danielle's
said,
such an
she's so
angel.
sweet. It's like, man, loosen up some to be, I don't know, like we were.
Give a little edge.
I saw her one time when Charmaine was in a fight, and as her cousin, she's standing there yelling, "Absolutely not! Absolutely not!" Like,
Yeah,
get in
jump
there,
in
do
the
something.
Get in there.
Absolutely not.
Put your finger down. That's
Yeah,
enough.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
she's a lover, not a fighter.
Yeah, definitely.
What about Lily?
I'm gonna let you go.
Wow. Wow. Say something sweet. Maybe he'll do the salty.
I do the sweet.
All right, yeah, you do the sweet.
No, why can't I do the sweet?
Because
harder
I know
for
you want to do the salty.
Yeah.
No, I actually go ahead. I'm gonna let you do the sweet.
You can do that.
You gonna do the salty?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the sweet is she has a nice face.
She does have a nice face. Let's say she has a nice face. But
She got a lot of attitude. She's very opinionated, and you know, being in my 30s, I've done a lot of things by opinion, and I remember being in my 20s and letting that alter how, you know, I conduct things. So, you know, over time, I feel like she'll learn as she gets older, you know what I mean? But it's just growing pains.
so she needs to mature a little bit, but that's going to come with time.
Absolutely.
What about Don? Ooh, that's a thinking face, Charmaine. Okay.
You wanna do the sweet?
Yeah.
the sweet,
Don
Ryan.
has had some troublesome times before and through his marriage, but he has grown as a man, and it's taken time to do that. But I've seen the growth in him as a man, as a husband, as a father, and I respect that.
That's a good sweet.
Something salty is
Yeah.
Don got a lot of nerve, and that's it.
Wait a minute.
He got a lot of nerve.
Like elaborate just a touch for me.
Like he be trying it when he need to just sit back and live his life. He got a lot of nerve.
got a lot of nerve. Okay, he inserts
He got a lot
himself.
of nerve.
What about 4?
4's a good dude. He's a good dude, you know. He's nice. He's very gentle.
He doesn't have a lot of nerve.
He don't have a lot of nerve.
Okay, he doesn't have a lot of nerve. What's something salty about 4? It's got to be.
Yeah, I mean, 4 is a teddy bear, you know what I mean? It's just the fact that I know people will look at him from the outside and think that, you know, he has a soft exterior. I say he would probably just have to step up more on his opinion, you know what I mean? Like right now, people feel like because of our long-standing relationship that he turned his back on friends and he's just riding with me just cause, but I mean, that's just our long-standing relationship. You know, we've known each other since high school, you know what I mean?
Right.
So he should be able to step up and tell people like, I don't care what y'all think, you know what I mean? That's my brother and I'm riding with him, so.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially after the long history.
Yeah.
What about Van? I always look to Charmaine immediately just to get the instant reaction because that's what I feel like the real tea is. And you smiled and then you turned away. What does that mean about Van? Silence?
I'm gonna let you do the sweet and the salty.
Wow. Ryan.
I'm sorry, I do not know who this man is or who this man. What Kiki Palmer say?
I don't know.
You don't know that you want to do a little Kiki Palmer shade right there? I do not know who that man is. So we don't even know anything sweet or salty about him because he's unknowable. Is that what you're telling me?
Great father to his daughter.
He's a great father.
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
That's a good thing. But he's not even worth having something salty about him. Is that what you're saying?
I just haven't seen him in a while.
I don't know.
Uh-huh. Okay, well, do you think he'll ever be allowed back at 9 Mag?
What you mean, like to come walk through or to work?
I imagine he'll be able to come for a tour, but to work.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we'll ever work together again, but that's just, you know, 2 men growing apart, you know.
Right.
He's got his own tattoo shop. He's doing his own thing, you know. as men and as business owners, we just separated. We've grown apart.
Yeah, right. And that happens with time.
Yeah.
Charmaine, why don't you put Ryan on blast? Give me something sweet and salty about this guy.
So something
Put
sweet.
that picture on.
That's a picture.
So this picture totally reminds me of like a romantic novel.
Yes.
You know.
Fabio or something. Yeah, for sure.
Something sweet about Ryan is that even though he has this like hard exterior where he's just like, you know, I'm the man.
I don't do that.
He's really, well, you don't say I'm the man, but
We can roll back 5 clips of you saying that.
You
though.
exude I'm the man, but deep down inside, Ryan is very much, you know, I'm not gonna call you soft, but like he's like approachable.
I don't want to portray the tough guy.
Yeah, but no, it's by accident. You're from Chicago, like, you know what I mean? But he's very approachable, where he seems like maybe like you're nervous to approach Ryan.
Right.
He's actually very approachable. Something salty about Ryan. Back in the day, I would have had a lot to say, but
You can say it.
It's tough with a mentor. You got to have something salty. Like,
Yeah, I mean, you know me. It ain't gonna hurt my feelings.
You know, his delivery's gotten a lot better. You know, back in the day, though, he would give it to you straight and probably make you go home and cry.
well,
Straight up.
you know, he's got to learn. He's got to learn.
Straight up.
I hope you don't make me cry. Ryan, why don't you put Charmaine on blast? Tell me something sweet and something salty about her.
Charmaine loves hard.
I do.
You know, even before we worked together, you know what I mean? She used to come around, and I was always skeptical of people coming around, but, you know, we became friends through that, so that was just her showing that Southern hospitality coming around.
Of course.
Salty.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, here it is.
I'm
He's like, which one do I want to name?
trying to think of back when we had saltiness, like, she was just outspoken. Like, when we had, you know, discrepancies, like, I'd be like, all right, man, you know what I mean? But she's still going. Like, I got videos on my phone.
She's
You know what I
stubborn.
mean? Very stubborn. You know what I mean? When she believes something, you know what I mean? So, you know, I think we had a few arguments to where she just top of the lungs yelling. It's like, I'm not finna yell back at you. And you see I can't yell back at you as if we're gonna fight.
Right.
So why you still yelling at me like that?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Talking to me like a kid. I got kids at home, so.
It's a love-hate between the two of you. I see the love more than the hate, though, for sure. Guys, thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Catch the Season 6 premiere of Black Ink Crew Chicago Wednesday night at 8/7 Central on VH1. Stay tuned for a daily fix in reality TV history. Well, that's it for today. Big thanks to Rachel Hamel, Charmaine Walker, Ryan Henry, and as always, the lovely Dave Quinn for being here today. Make sure you're following @People on Twitter so you can get the latest episode of Reality Check, which streams Monday through Thursday at 4:30 p.m. Eastern. Now, to wrap out our show, here's a moment that goes a little overboard. I'm Darren Karp, and that was your Reality Check.
I feel like I need an apology.
You need an apology.
Yeah.
You went to the wrong place for that.
In this 2015 episode of Little Women, New York, Jordana tries to get an apology out of Jason for snubbing her at a recent art auction.
I trust you as a friend. I trust you to be there. You come off so overbearing.
Are you serious?
You don't even know when your boundary is.
But you're telling me what you did, it wasn't wrong?
But Jason isn't feeling remorseful, so tensions mount pretty quickly.
No, yeah, there are two sides of the story. There's a right and there's a wrong, and you are in the wrong.
You don't get it, do you?
As things escalate, Jason goes way overboard by pushing Jordana overboard.
A lot of little people have tubes in their ears, and it's not something to mess around with. If you get a bad enough ear infection, you could go deaf.
Jordana and Jason's clash with a splash is one of the great moments in reality history, although somehow Jason still clings to his innocence. Dude, it's on tape.
It was an accident. I did not do that.